Hi, I'm Eva Castro. I'm in 6th grade, and these are the fantastic fabrics to dye. My question was, what are the effects on the color of the dye when using different fabric fibers? My background research. I researched about dyes, mordants, and fabrics. Today we're going to talk about how the different fabric you use affects the result of your dyeing process. My hypothesis was that when I use cotton strings, cotton pads, and cotton balls as fabrics, the cotton ball will have the darkest, deepest color. My independent variable was fabrics, and my dependent variable was different shades and tones of color and different textures. Here's my material list. My procedure. The first thing I did was make the dye out of beets. Then I let my fabric soak in the dye for 24 hours, and after 24 hours, I took them out of the dye, and my results were ready. Here are my photos of the process. The first photo is of me setting up. The second photo is of my fabric soaking in the dye, and the third photo is my results after my fabrics were removed from the dye. Here's my qualitative observations. The cotton ball was very dark, the cotton pad was lighter, and the cotton string was very, very light. Here are results for all my trials, trial 1, trial 2, trial 3. As you can see, the results for trial 1 were a lot darker than for trial 2 and trial 3. My quantitative observations. Here are the color codes that I used to find the colors of all my fabrics and samples. Here are the levels of hue, saturation, and brightness for all my different fabrics. Here are the graphs that I drew after I found out the data of hue, saturation, and brightness. And after all 3 trials, I can conclude that in my experience, the cotton balls absorb more color but fade easier. The cotton strings absorb almost no color at all. The cotton pads will most of the time be a shade lighter than the cotton balls. A fantastic fabric to dye, from my conclusions, is the cotton ball because it absorbs more color and it leaves you with a much better result. Overall, the cotton ball is best, but it does fade a lot in a short amount of time. After saying that, I can say that my hypothesis was correct because I predicted what actually happened. Thank you for listening.